there is another surge above 7,260, it will most likely confirm a trend change and a fresh increase towards 7,500. Hey guys, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin today, doing a little bit of technical analysis on it, seeing if we can keep pushing up here or if we're going to go back down. We've had a very nice push so far. I'm going to refresh this page so we can see the price. We're actually up 1.8% for the day and at $7,279. It's a very strong push from the area that we've been looking at for a week or two now. We've been actually eyeing 69.50 and 68.50 for a while. So if you did take your profits there, good job. We've been talking about it in group and also on the channel. So definitely stay up to date with the targets that we have. So very nice push. We're going to see if we can keep going to the upside here or not. Having a look at basically these time frames, I'm going to get rid of everything here. Having a look at the daily, we're actually pushed past above the 21 EMA. We're going to look at that on basically the BitMEX chart because it's more accurate. As I'm starting this video, we're actually pushing up very nicely. So we're going to see if we can take out this high, which does look like we're about to at 7,329. It will be good if we do take out that high. It may even happen in this video. So let's have a look at some stuff that we wanted to talk about here. We're going to make it short and we're going to give it a little update. From what I can see right now on the 1 hour time frame, we did push past the 200 moving average, this yellow basically. And we are pushing past with a lot of force, so we may take out this high. But doing a little update that we talked about in group, and before we start, I want to quickly tell you guys that the next 2 people that add me on Discord, which will be down below in the description, my username is down below in the description. For the next 2 people that do add me on there, you're going to be getting a free week trial into our group. So if you do want to join us on there, go ahead and message me on there. So definitely be sure to do that if you do want to try out our group. Now, basically recapping what happened, we talked about this. We had some bullish divergence and we talked about it in the group. We also had it on the RSI. As you can see, from this peak to this peak, we had some bullish divergence. The RSI did come up very nicely here. We had some basically resistance, you would say, here, and we have just broken out of it, which is looking very good. We're going to be working our way up to these high targets. So having a look at the 30-minute time frame, I'm going to quickly show you guys something. We also talked about this in the group. I believe we may have even talked about it in yesterday's video, but this is basically what we created. We created this sort of channel on this last dump that we had. This basically nice trading channel that we have. So we actually basically right above, we're going to have it to around 7,357. So I guess it could be drawn a little bit differently and it could go a little bit further up, but this is a very nice trading channel that we could definitely break to the upside from. So we're going to be keeping our eye on this. We did bounce off the bottom of the trend line, very nice. The MACD looking very strong. As you can see, we've got a bullish cross here and they're actually diverging away from each other pretty aggressively here, and the momentum has come to the upside pretty aggressively as well. Same thing on the 1 hour time frame, same thing on the 2 hour time frame, and the 4 hour time frame, I believe, which is very interesting, is actually just got a bullish cross here. So we're going to see if this does confirm upon the next candle closure, which will be at in 2 hours and 40 minutes. We're definitely going to be looking at that very closely. We've got some resistance here on the RSI for the 4 hour time frame. We're actually hitting it right now. So let's see if we do come to the downside or if we can actually push to the upside from here. If we do push to the upside, we're going to be looking for us to basically move higher, definitely. But there will be some horizontal resistance here as well to get past. So that's something to keep in mind as well. We're going to have to break this trend line and also this horizontal resistance on the RSI. The lower momentum indicators are showing a little bit of a push up and did show a little bit of a push up as I just showed you guys. And the same thing with 6 hour. The 6 hour is starting to look a little bit better. We're about to get this bullish cross as well on the 6 hour time frame. The 6 hour time frame is one of my favorites, especially as of recently. So we're definitely going to be looking at this as well. You can see the momentum has come to the upside, basically. You can see that green a little bit here, but it's not confirmed yet. So we're going to wait for that confirmation. Now we have talked about us basically making these pushes on the weekends and basically coming back down. So let's have a look at these patterns quickly before we talk about the high time frames. I did want to keep it short and to the point. So if you guys do have any questions, go ahead and ask me down below. So having a look at this, we actually have a descending triangle, which is a bearish formation that we usually do break to the downside from. But I did draw both the patterns here that I'm going to get rid of the descending triangle in a little bit, but as you can see, I said that we basically fill 70 to 75% of the patterns every single time in Bitcoin, and that's going to come around January 18th to January 20th. So when we do get to this area of the triangle, we're basically going to get a break of it. Now, this could be the pattern, or this could be the pattern. This could also be the pattern. As you can see right here, this is a basically broadening wedge. These broadening wedges do actually break to the upside usually. So there is a bullish and a bearish pattern at play. And it's something that we're going to have to watch, so we can break to the upside from this. Now keep in mind, we've always talked about how on the weekends we do get pushes to the upside, but usually they don't last. So let's have a look at our moving averages so I can show you guys exactly what I mean. Let's have a look here. Let me add the moving averages basically to here. I don't like charting my basically with moving averages on the Bybit chart because it doesn't have enough history, guys, so it's not good at all. Definitely keep that in mind as well. Having a look at the 1 day time frame, we were looking for this on the last previous drop to basically tick bearish, which it didn't. By the 12-hour time frame, we talked about it on stream, we basically ticked bearish here. And so the 1 day usually does follow, and the momentum did come to the downside, as you can see, but the 1 day time frame did not do that. We did almost tick bearish, and the momentum almost came to the downside, as you can see. On the moving averages, we almost ticked bearish as well, but we didn't actually get that, which is a very good sign that we may get some continuation to the upside here. It's a very nice move. As you saw, this is the support that we were looking at for a very long time. We did get this bounce from it. Now, the weekends have basically been looking like this recently, guys. We've talked about it on stream, but the weekends we get a push up, we get a very strong push up, then straight back down. Same thing happened here. We got a strong push up above the 21 exponential moving average, which is actually the orange here. And then as soon as the trading week starts, we basically go down. But when you see like this whole down basically cycle that we've had, we've hit the 21 exponential moving average and we've moved down every single time. All here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, basically 9, 10. We've had 10 rejections from it, or even more than that so far. So something to keep in mind. This is nothing. This is just a very, very heavy resistance, and on the weekends we basically just get a little fake pump through it and then come straight to the downside and don't actually hold above it because it's just on weekend volume and there's actually no volume, and we pump up and then break down obviously straight away. So something to keep in mind, it is actually Friday and it is almost a weekend. We do have a negative sloping on this, like we've been talking about these past few days. When you see a negative sloping start on the 200 moving average, it's a very, very bad sign. We've had it on all the moving averages, but the 200 moving average is actually the hardest to turn around, and that has started happening. If we go back here, you can actually see that this exact thing happened. This exact thing happened at around this area, where we started going into a basically bear market in these areas, and we knew that we were going in a bear market, but then we started getting this negative sloping, and then we basically dumped from 9,600 to 5,860. Then we had a rally up to 8,100, so that's a 3k rally. Then we dumped back to it around 6,000 or 5,900. Then we had another rally to $7,300. So this is what I mean, guys. This is what I always tell you guys in the videos. We can have multiple $1,000 rallies and actually not change anything with how bearish we are. We could still have this capitulation. So as you can see here, we had these moves, and then we ended up actually dumping back. So we had 3 tests of the 200 moving average, which is the yellow here, and then we finally tested the orange 21 exponential moving average before having our capitulation move and going straight back down. Something to keep in mind, guys, and that has not happened yet. The exact same thing happened with the volume here as well. We had very, very low volume, not something you want to see in a bear market or like in a bullish market. We had a very low volume, like as you can see here, we had very, very low volume until our capitulation move. This is exactly what you see here. We have very, very low volume until we make our big, big move. So these moves are really worth nothing right now to us. Having a look at the quickly, I wanted to show you guys this. Obviously I did talk about this and I wanted to address it again. The mining hash ribbons have shown a buy signal. This is very big, and I'm definitely going to be not just putting this away and just being bearish for no reason. I'm going to be taking note of this, guys. Every time this has happened, we've had huge rallies, and it's just been basically the start of the bull market. As you can see here, we did dump back about 9 to 10% after it, but after we got this buy signal, this is the last time that it happened, but then we ended up starting our rally up to 14,000. Now the same thing has happened here. We've got a buy signal. Now we can dump back a little bit, but usually it means that the low has been set in. That is something to keep in mind as well. Obviously the charts are still very bearish, but I'm excited for what's to come. So we've got to watch the charts very closely and concentrate on what might happen, because the move can come at any point, guys. Now for us to actually start moving up, like I said in stream a few days ago, we're going to be looking for this area, 7,500, this high to be taken out. If this high does get taken out and we do hold above this support, I'm going to be looking for continuation up to the top of this trend line at 8,000, and a little bit lower than that actually at 7,800. There's going to be heavy resistance, and if we do take out our high that we made at 7,800, which is around here, 7,860, if we do take that high out, we're going to be looking for continuation up. Now we've been in this channel for a very long time. If we do break this channel to the upside, it's going to be very, very good. If we break this trend line resistance to the upside, it's going to be very good for the bulls, guys. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of things happening on the charts. This is when you got to be careful. This is when you got to protect your money, guys. Trust me, you don't want to be losing all your money before the bull market starts, if there is going to be a bull market. And you don't ever want to lose your money. You want to be making money both ways in the market, like we do in our group. So having a look at that's obviously our broadening wedge. I have it on this chart as well, broadening wedge here as well. Having a look at, is there anything else we need to look at? Let's have a look at the CMEs quickly. So the CMEs basically had the exact same move. We had a very nice move down here, and then we basically wicked 6,890. There is a premium on the price of CMEs, but we did end up breaking to the upside. We actually went to 6,855 as well. So, but we did break to the upside. CMEs is actually pushing up pretty heavily right now. We're at 7,375. We're about to take out this high actually, 7,000. Yeah, we're about to take out this high. So let's see if we do take out this high right here. Very, very interesting right now, guys. So if we do get take out this high, I'm going to be looking for a little bit of more continuation up, because like we talked about, these momentum indicators are showing a little bit of movement up, and maybe a tick to the upside here would be very good for the bears basically, or for the bulls, sorry. So but don't worry about it, because on the weekend we've got to be very, very careful. So we're going to analyze it as it comes. If we do take out that $7,500 area, we're going to be looking for continuation, but we're going to keep that in mind, and we're not going to rush into any trades. So having a look at this right now, I wanted to quickly address this. Looking at the chart, Bitcoin price is reversing losses above 7,100 and the 100 hourly SMA. If there is another huge surge, or if there is another surge above 7,260, it will most likely confirm a trend change and a fresh increase towards $7,500. Now, I don't believe this is right. This is a weekend low volume, guys. Keep that in mind. We've just got to be very, very careful. But $7,500 is not going to change the trend whatsoever, guys. $7,500 is not going to change the trend. We're going to have to get above $9,400, $9,500 to change the trend, like we've been talking about in stream. So we can rally up a few hundred or a few $1,000s. So don't worry about these articles. They're usually just pretty stupid for the most part. Having a look at price action here, let's go on the lower time frame. Let's see if we've taken out this high. We actually did take out this high, so very, very nice. We haven't taken out, have we taken out the high here? Let's go. We haven't taken out the high. We're basically at the same exact price on CMEs, but on basically normal price action, we did take out the high that we created at 7,290, and we've set in a high at 7,319. So very, very nice move here. Watch the charts closely. Be very careful with your trades, guys. This is no time to be making stupid trades with high leverage. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching the video. Go ahead and like the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys very, very shortly in the next video.